Welcome!
Hi, I'm Tricia Grey, founder of Sing Like a Star Studios. I, along with the SLAS associate teachers and coaches, would like to welcome you. But first, let's take a look at some Sing Like a Star success stories from the past. About Sing Like a Star founder Tricia Grey, MM. That's me. I have over 40 years of professional singing, teaching, and research. I started my music career as a professional singer in Los Angeles. I sang in original bands, cover bands, rock bands, jazz bands, R&B bands, in recording studios, and on tours. I wrote songs, recorded songs, and sang. While I was singing 5 to 6 nights a week, I also taught voice lessons during the day, 6 days a week. My background in speech-level singing and mixed teaching. While earning bachelor's and master's degrees in vocal performance, I studied with and taught for SLS speech-level singing originator Seth Riggs in Los Angeles beginning at age 20. And Seth was basically the teacher to the stars. Everybody went to Seth. From Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, Barbra Streisand, Natalie Cole, everybody. I achieved the highest level of SLS certification, which was level 5. I even wrote the SLS Teachers Training Manual, which was used to train SLS teachers around the world. And I'm currently on the board of the IVTOM International Voice Teachers of Mix organization. Along the way, I became determined as a teacher to find an approach based on truth rather than opinion. For many years, I've been on a quest for science-based information about the function of the singing voice. That journey resulted in the vitally important information that you will be learning here. I combined my years of professional performing experience and training to develop a vocal method that embraces the requirements of contemporary music by building the edge, power, and pop timbre needed by contemporary singers, while encouraging and maintaining vocal health. I moved to Atlanta in 2001 and opened Sing Like a Star Studios. By 2013, I was teaching 7 days a week, so I decided to hire and train SLAS associate teachers to teach the SLAS method, which has its roots in speech-level singing, but also includes elements I felt were missing, such as advanced musical skills, vibrato, style, and the vocal power required for rock singing. In 2013, I also began writing the book, You Can Sing Like a Star, a self-study method for singers, and a teacher training manual, You Can Be a Successful Voice Teacher. I began the process of recording hundreds of MP3 instrumental accompaniment tracks with male and female vocal demos. In 2018, this huge project was finally completed. An overview of the 8 steps of vocal development. The 8 steps of vocal development is based on the spiral learning concept. SLAS spiral learning is round 1, the beginning round, discovery, experiencing a new way of doing something. Round 2, the intermediate round, development. This is focused repetition with sequential skill building. Round 3, the advanced round. Automatic habits are created, partially due to myelin, which is formed during the development phase. The 8 steps of vocal development is a sequential skill building program. In step 0, assessment and diagnosis, we determine the student's vocal category as compared to the optimal balanced singer. In step 1, breath management, we lay the foundation of good singing with breath management, appoggio, posture, and stretching techniques. In step 2, activate and develop the lower register. TA dominant phonation, we focus on the area of notes below the primo passaggio or first bridge, dominated by the TA or thyroarytenoid muscles. In step 3, activate and develop the upper register or CT dominant phonation, we focus on the area above the primo passaggio or first bridge. This is dominated by the CT or cricothyroid muscles. In step 4, isolators, further development of lower TA dominant and upper CT dominant registers separately, we firmly establish and further develop the TA dominant lower register and the CT dominant upper register in isolation. To develop a balanced voice, there must first be isolated development of the lower and upper registers. In other words, to produce a good mix, we have to give the students something to mix. The objective of step 4 is to develop equality of strength and tone in both lower and upper registers. In step 5, register connection with temporary sounds, we connect the lower and upper registers, and the student begins to mix. In this step, we make a distinction between the pulled lower category singers and the light lower and undeveloped category singers. Exercises and keys are specific to each category. The objective is to develop a better balance between the registers, to develop the mix, and to develop the ability to transition smoothly through the primo passaggio or first bridge. In step 6, the balanced onset, we address the manner in which phonation is initiated. The objective is to develop a balanced onset. In step 7, advanced skills, the objective is the development of advanced musical skills such as dynamics, including messa di voce, flexibility, advanced vibrato, singing in stepwise motion, increasing power, and singing songs. In step 8, style, we have fun learning basic to advanced contemporary riffs and runs. Then we delve into the pentatonic and blues scales and learn some fun riffs and runs based on those scales. We also learn how to add texture and stylistic devices to authentically sing in any style, including musical theater, country, rock, R&B, pop, jazz, and other genres. Rather than the typical voice lesson that consists of an ineffective warm-up and then singing the song a few times with no specific goals for improvement, this instruction is based on specific lesson plans for vocal development with the objective of sequential skill building. New exercises are added weekly. In lessons, we work on technique and on songs with specific strategies to develop balanced registration and mix. As skills improve, we begin to include style, riffs, and runs. What the 8 steps of vocal development is not. It's not a warm-up. It's vocal development based on acquiring specific skills. This program is not for singers who will not practice exercises. To change current habits, singers must practice specific exercises with focused attention, with an objective or goal in mind. Singing songs is not practicing and is not effective for vocal development. Warming up is not vocalizing with a specific goal in mind and will contribute little toward vocal development. Singing specific exercises in specific order with focused attention is required for change to occur. This is not necessarily a program for classical or operatic singers. It's specifically for the contemporary singer of rock, R&B, country, jazz, gospel, pop, and musical theater. Our philosophy